Shooter ready.
Yep.
Shooter ready? Stand by. Shooter ready. Stand by.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
Shooter ready. Stand by. Ready? Stand by.
And that's how that works, Paul.
That was pretty slick.
I guess. I don't know what I'm doing here. But that's how we're going to... All right, hold on. Paul, you want to step in my studio real quick? Okay. Now that feels better. Feels like we're actually doing something. My name is Midwest Savage, also known as Jamie. I'm here with my buddy Recaroni and Cheese. Some people call him Paul. And this is the Shooter Are You Ready podcast. And this is our first attempt at the video.
You're mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can chat with anybody pretty much globally at this point.
Around the world, dude.
Yeah.
Where all those listeners are. Dude, every time I look at the little map, there's little dots all over the place. I'm like, thank you. Whoever you are, little red dot. All over
What's
the
the furthest been so far?
Oh, dude, I would have to look. Like over like Russia, Europe-ish. There's a Russia. There's a couple Germanys. There's like a France. And I'm like, that's got to be by mistake. There's no way.
I mean, unless there's some people that are over in Europe that are really into
competitive shooting and weirdos.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, so actually,
because I got that niche sewed up.
So competitive shooting weirdos and serial enthusiasts all around the world coming together for one event.
Just hit myself in the face with a Topo Chico cap, so you know it's officially started. Paul,
it's going to be a good one.
I know you have some subjects to talk about. I have some things I'd like to talk about, but first and foremost, let's talk about how you felt. You know what? I know how you might have felt. How you felt about your performance at Thunder on the Tundra.
Pretty good. I mean, I came away with third place in pro, so that was one of my thank you. That
was me clapping.
That was the Thunder on the Tundra was really my first competition that I ever legitimately tried at, and it's been kind of my white whale for a long time for number one, how I train. So the idea was always, hey, you got to go win Thunder. And this year I plan to cheat and shoot in heavy and just try to win that to try to get a place or shoot, in a division that didn't have anybody in it, just so I could say, hey, I won, good enough. And then I can kind of move on and kind of get back to having fun with it. But no, really happy with it. I've got the award. It's in my kitchen right now. The awards were great. They were like a little,
it was like a little bomb.
Yeah.
Awesome.
From Mario.
So upset with myself that I shit the bed at that competition. I was like, damn it, I wanted to win a bomb.
It was in terms of, and I think I brought this up on the podcast. It's going to be, we recorded at Thunder, but that is going to be released tomorrow.
Yes.
If my timing
is
correct here.
Thunder Day 1. We didn't really get like a total recap. That's why I asked you about how you felt about the overall performance that you put on.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I shoot my M90, which I'm going to do a video that is more of a breakdown on these headphones are terrible. More of a breakdown on kind of exactly what I did now. I set up that rifle because a lot of people look at it and they go, wow, that's an M90. I go, it's not just an M90, it's the world's heaviest M90. So
I basically tried to mimic your setup with my M90. And I haven't actually I wanted to say ran and gan, but I haven't used it to officially run and gun. Like I haven't, competed with it.
It works really, really well. And it is actually, it's on this side. It is actually this gun right here. So you can see part of it on there.
It is a Stavatronium right there.
It 100% is. It shoots so flat. And they come out of the box. They come gassed perfectly. I don't feel the need that I have to put a KNS in there or up the buffer spring weight.
Do you have it on setting 1, 2, or 3?
I've got it on 2.
Yeah, that's where mine's at.
I shoot a lot of AAC 223 and 556, which is the Palmetto State Armory ammo, and that stuff is woefully underpowered. And if I put it on 1, it will function 4 out of every 5 rounds, but that 5th one will kind of either dribble out or it'll jam up on, and it just won't fully kind of kick it all the way back or out the way that I kind of want it to. But if I ran something that was of quality, I would say, and primarily 5.56, even though their pressures are relatively similar, I'm sure that I could run it on setting 1. The twins, Gump and Mitch both run M90s if they run quality ammo, and they run it on setting 1 without issue. Mine on setting 2, I'm still pinging it and getting some really, really positive ejection and kind of kicking it outside of the range. But overall, I would say best Thunder in terms of the quality of shooter that showed up, the smoothness at which it ran.
Oh,
and
very smooth.
Yeah, and probably there have been stages that I've liked more in the past, but the overall stage design, because stages don't exist in a vacuum. Like, you don't shoot one stage and it's like, well, we're done. And then like the next one is kind of the next thing. They do kind of have to flow together a little bit. Getting that together, I think, was a net positive. So
which one?
yeah, overall, I think really, really good.
Yeah, I really liked the stages. I don't think there was one stage where I was like, that was just trash. Who the hell designed that? Granted, well, for real. I mean, I shot like shit. I mean, cat's out of the bag. I shot like absolute ass. I got into my own head after like the first 2 stages, and I blame the 30-second bonuses, which fucked me up. Because I don't feel like I shot the first 2 stages bad.
Yeah.
But my very first stage was that Grand Theft Auto one, and I didn't get the window bonuses with the Molotovs. And I was like, that just fucked me throughout the whole match. I was like, that's it. I was like, I'm shitting the bed already.
But there were bonuses on all of the stages.
Yeah, but not like that one.
No, that one you could run in like a second, like for your own time, which is
and that just fucked my head all up. I was like, that's it. I was like, we're done now.
And we talked about that too, and I don't want to. There's a kind of a lot of things that we can kind of talk about here that maybe aren't necessarily match related, but still shooting related. But that was one thing that we talked about on the pod that's coming out tomorrow, which is I like bonuses.
Yes,
but I would rather the stick be more harmful than the carrot.
The risk versus reward. Have
that really kind of be there. On the first one, the zombie stage that I shot, I really had it where it was like, hey, you have to snake this headshot, and there are 2 no shoots.
Yeah, see, now that I like.
You have to go through the middle of it. I think that worked out pretty well. Some of the other ones were a little bit too easy.
Trying to think. I mean, other than that, like I said, great stage design. Wasn't really mad at anything.
Food was fantastic.
I didn't get any food the first day because I waited too long, and then like it was gone.
Yeah,
because Brandon's there on stage 2, coming back with some giant hot dogs. Like, they got hot dogs over there. And I was like, son of a bitch. And then I wait like another stage, and they're like gone. And I was like, fuck.
Covered in ketchup, I assume.
Oh, Brandon just loves ketchup. Where's it at?
If there is one thing that I can say that he loves, it's that he loves catsup on everything.
There it is. Brandon loves catsup on everything.
I got one of the match directors, Todd. Well, I think the match director really put some beef together, and that was really, really good. I had that on day 2, I want to say, and then I had the Italian dog the first day. But always like a match that throws some food at you. K-Con kind of introduced me to what are those the little balls? The hush puppies and fried catfish. They had that.
I'm a sucker for hush puppies. I used to put them in my pocket when I was younger when we'd go to Long John Silver's and take some home. Apparently, my mom caught me sneaking out hush puppies one day.
I used to do that with raw pepperoni. I used to go into the fridge. I used to go into the fridge, and then I'd be like, I live next to a swamp, so I would just like go into the swamp and traipse around all day, and I would just fill my pockets with like raw pepperoni that was in the refrigerator. And then I wouldn't eat it all, so then my mom at the end of the day, she'd be like, I gotta wash his jeans or whatever it is, and she'd pull it out, and she's like, where is he getting these loose pepperoni?
Raw pepperoni? What the hell, Paul?
Like just the most random stuff. And then I was like, I'm stealing it from the fridge in the morning, Mom, before I go out.
That's pretty funny.
To go exploring. But it's such a kid thing to do where it's just like, hey, let's just fire crap into our pocket and then just like, I'm going to need this for later.
Yeah.
That's why
I need some road pepperoni. You never know. You know?
I need a stage hoagie. That's really what it comes out to.
Brandon loves stage hoagies. I don't have a ticker for that. We'll make one later. But let's see. You did great at Thunder. Brandon did great at Thunder.
Yeah, he shot really, really well.
Yeah.
Jeff shot really good at Thunder.
Yeah.
We're kind of going through a little bit of the AK all day shooting team here.
Okay.
Too, which I when people come in and kind of, hey, who are these people that we're talking about? It's the team that we really shoot with. Jeff has this wonderful knack for putting together both functional and aesthetically pleasing guns.
Yes.
Like he's a taste maker and not a taste follower.
I don't think I've ever seen Jeff pull out a gun that I didn't say, ooh,
yeah,
good work, Jeff. Good work, Jeff.
And what was
it? Did you see the thing he had on Instagram yesterday?
The VZ?
With the can?
Yeah, that thing's hot.
Was awesome.
That thing's hot. There's no getting around. Yeah, there's no getting around to that. If we were doing like a drip, flip, or skip section, where it's like, hey, here's a rifle that we found on, our AK-47 or something like that.
Yeah.
Drip means that you shoot it. Flip means that you would, sell it for parts or get it out there. And skip would be like, I wouldn't touch this with a 1,000-foot pole. Yeah. Jeff is undoubtedly a drip.
Oh, 100%.
But is it a mini barrel that he shoots, where then he's got the Putnik on the end of it, and he's got the really crazy stock to it.
Yeah.
In the nice rail, and I just like that gun. He shoots it really, really well.
Yes.
He shot that at Mid-State Mayhem. Shout out, no shout out.
Flat out, nice shirt.
Yeah, and he shot well there too. And as a team, no offense to you, I know that you're harder on yourself than kind of anybody in the team is on you, but as a team, I think that we did pretty good.
You know what? I know my flaws. I know what happened. I know what caused it, and I'm just going to try not to let it happen again. It was a mixture of me trying to just double tap everything to be like, I'm going to fly through all this. I'm just going to get it. And I think I really started to try doing that. Like I said, right off the bat on the first stage when I missed both those bonuses, I was like, it's double tap city now. You have to.
Yeah, you really got to churn to try to make up time.
Yeah, and then I just kept on like my second shot, not like on every target, but a few FTNs every stage for me trying to constantly double tap ruined me. And then me getting in my head, beating myself up because the one stage, I think it was the first stage the next day, that zombie stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the first stage the second day. I just said, new day, calm down. You sucked yesterday. Try to make up for it. And then I just shot that stage just normally. Like, didn't try to double tap anything crazy. Just, ran at a decent pace. And I got like 6th place overall on that stage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm my own reason for fucking up so bad on the first day because I was trying to be awesome. And it made me end up like shit. So just go at my own pace, man. Speed comes with time.
This is going to sound pretty bad, but I shoot better hungover.
Oh,
because I am not. I'm kind of I'm thinking about how bad I feel, and like, man, it's gonna feel so good to sit down.
Yeah.
But it is really, it kind of takes me out of my own head, and it's just like, okay, let's just do the mechanics. Let's kind of go through, through the stage. Okay, we got the walkthrough. What are we gonna do here? But I'm not so much worried about it, and I can kind of be in the moment a little bit. Better.
See, and I always look forward to the second day of a competition because I'm like, there's going to be some hungover motherfuckers in here. It's going to give me a slight edge because there's going to be a bunch of Neils out there.
He still wins though,
even on day 2. Yeah, and he still gets it.
It's
like you said, you were just, I shoot better hungover. So now I think like my theory of there's going to be some hungover people, and it's like I should tell them, hey, don't drink too much tonight, dude. You don't want to get drunk. Don't come in here hungover.
Dude,
then
Neil,
maybe they won't be as good.
You know how Popeye the Sailor has
the spinach?
Yeah, that's Jameson for him, for Neil. He's like, Jameson comes out, and then it's like, okay, we're going to drink for 9 hours. And it doesn't affect him the way that it affects everybody else. So he's passing that bottle around.
Me watching it affect him the next day. I felt like I should have been hungover just watching Neil over there in the corner. I was like, that poor son of a bitch. I was like, I feel bad.
There were some times where I had to turn off the electronic ear pro. So then I was like, I don't really want to hear this right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd be like, Neil, you're up in 2 people. All right. And I'm like, this guy's fucking solid. He's gonna make it, dude. He's gonna be all right.
Dude, and he still fucking crushed it.
Dude, that's how he gets down. That's a pro shooter right there.
They don't let the outside affect them.
Like, see, I'm thinking about I'm gonna stop going to the gym. I'm gonna stop trying to better myself physically and mentally, and I'm just gonna like John Daly it. I'm just gonna show up.
No, that's what IDPA shooters are. You don't want to shoot IDPA. You still got to go to the gym. You still got to put in the time.
Yeah, no cardio. Just come out there, fucking having some, a hoagie.
Daly still plays rounds though. Daly might not spend a whole lot of time at the range, but Daly will go out there and he'll still play 36 holes in a day. He just doesn't find that going to the range necessarily benefits his game.
I'll just be like the John Croc of competitor shooting. Just like telling somebody, hey, run out to my pickup. It's at beat up S10. There's a pack of Dorels on the seat. I'm gonna need them. Don't touch my Keystones. Just bring me my Dorels, and I got a bag of beef jerky in there.
The Keith Stone commercials for Keystone back in the day, those were pretty good. I think those were pretty funny. Those were pretty smart. I still will never drink a Keystone, but hey, God, no. Respect the branding.
I haven't had
to build the branding.
I can't even remember the last time I drank a Keystone. It's been a long time. I think the cheapest thing I remember drinking was in high school, and it was Milwaukee's Beast. Well, it was called Milwaukee's Best, and I think it's like $8 a 36 pack or something.
Yeah, the ones that's really cheap from my friends, and I bum a couple of them off of them every once in a while, is Hams. HAMMS.
Oh yeah, with the bear.
Yeah,
that's a classic right there. Little Hams.
Yeah. I want to say it is.
Well, see, you're up north. You probably got all the good classic beer, the Schlitzes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
PBR me ASAP. And there's I don't get the PBR love.
I can remember being in college and people were like, PBR is such a hipster beer. And I was like, it's like what my neighbors drink.
It's a
like,
disgusting
what do you mean
beer.
It's a hipster beer?
There ain't nothing hip about it. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's fine until it gets hot, and then it's a problem.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for a 30-pack of Hams, it's $9. It's like 30 cents a can.
There you go. They're basically giving it away. That's couch money beer.
That is. But they've got some, man, their branding is pretty hilarious here too.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Okay.
Well, you got some lists. What are we thinking about talking about?
I was just gonna say Thunder's done. You did great. Team did great. Jamie will do better. Next year's my year.
Absolutely.
Looking down the pipe now, some smaller weekend warm-up matches, as we'll call them, as they're not major matches. Still matches nonetheless. Still keeps you loose, keeps you going. There's a 2-gun coming up in October.
Yes. Yeah, at Aurora.
And then the night shoot in Milwaukee.
Yep.
Right.
And that's another 2-gun.
That's another 2-gun. So we're good. I want to start squeezing, like in Aurora, they've got just the practical rifle, and then there's the 2-gun. I want to just exclusively 2-gun it until KCON.
That's actually something that's on my list to discuss here. When it comes to 2-gun, I think it is. There are shooters that are really good with a pistol, and I think that skill translates to the rifle way
100%.
better than people who are good rifle shooters trying to translate that to the pistol.
Yeah.
So, I guess what I kind of want to talk about in the questions that I have, I'm going to try to focus a little bit more on pistol. And I think the best way to do that is shoot USPSA.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
I'll give you that.
Like
now,
isolate
IDPA?
the pistol. IDPA, no. And the reason why I say that is because IDPA, they tell you how to shoot the stage. I think you can get some rounds downrange at IDPA, but for the quality and for the like what KCON is, which I think is kind of the next white whale for us, and what's
Yeah.
kind of the next major that's coming up in terms of 2-gun. I think USPSA is definitely kind of the best bang for your buck in terms of what you can get out of that.
Right.
You can still kind of run your rig. There's a bunch of divisions that are in there, so you can say, "Hey, I'm going to game it," or you can just go wide open and say, "I'm going to shoot something with a huge mag funnel and with a dot and comped, and I'm going to run. It's going to be massive and it's going to weigh a lot." And with the way that KCON is really open, I think that USPSA, especially because it's just pistol, is the best way to focus in on that.
I don't know if you were around Matt when he was talking about it, but I'm pretty sure it got brought up at Mitten State, the optics on the pistol.
Yeah.
And like the non-optics on a rifle, but you're still shooting irons even though you have an optic on your pistol.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like you can't like just exclude attachments on the pistol regarding what class your rifle is in, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The pistol's
I don't know
always
if
going to be
anything's
open.
going to happen with that. Yeah.
So I brought up a lot kind of on the podcast before Mitten State about, hey, for me, I think I would like to have a little bit more class distinction that's out there. And he just brought up some great points where it's, okay, are we going to go through and we're going to check everybody's pistol? Now we're going to check everybody's rifle. Now we're going to do this. Now we're going to do this. Now we're going to do this. And it's just a lot more pre-work, even more so than like what is actually required to shoot the match. I'd still like to see it. I still have shot a couple of matches where they do go through and are a little bit more strict on, what you can run depending on what division you're in, and they'll kick you kind of into the next division. Not as strict as something like USPSA where they pull out a box and say, hey, you have to put the pistol in order to make sure that you're within your required division. But it was. I'm happy he entertained the idea. His issues with it are valid.
Yeah.
Like there's just nothing. There's nothing. There's kind of no argument against that, especially from a match director's perspective. I asked him about 308 as well, and he was like, "Hey, we're not going to do caliber restrictions, kind of like what we do at Thunder, where 308 it's one hit on paper, 7.62 39, 5.45, 5.56. PCC is going to be 2 hits on paper anywhere." And he just made the great point. Hey, his ROs are out there for a lot longer. It's pretty rugged. Now we are going to add another scoring system in on top of the scoring system that we already have, and then they have to make that distinction almost on the fly. That's just too hard. Not too hard. It's difficult and it's easy to get wrong. So
it's easy to keep things simple as far as
that.
scoring goes.
Yeah, and the KISS principle, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
That goes a long way, especially when it comes to matches, because you've got not only safety but hundreds of people to manage, and food, and lodging, and stages, and ROs, and it's just kind of like there's always going to be another thing. So I was definitely the one who brought that up to him. He pretty much was like, "Hey, dummy, did you think about this?" No, this dummy did not think about that. So it kind of behooves you to then shoot the most open pistol that you could possibly find.
Yeah.
Like if you're shooting an iron-sighted pistol and you don't have to, unless you are a grandmaster in production, I don't really understand why you would choose to kind of limit yourself that way. I can understand, hey, drip is immaculate. This is the only pistol I've got, but you can go out and you can get a PSA dagger for $300 with a hollow sun on it. And that thing is gonna run, and it's gonna get you into the red dot game a heck of a lot easier than if you were to try to do, Glock MOS plates, and then try to build up from there.
If we're gonna discuss 2-gun, last time I was at a 2-gun event with you, you were shooting a loaned staccato.
Yes.
What are you gonna do now?
So this year I shoot a Beretta really well. I am looking to save up for I'm looking to get a Landon tactical Beretta, which I can
you son of a bitch.
Put up on screen here.
Yeah.
But I personally really do like I just like what Berettas kind of have been doing over the last couple of years, and I like what Landon Tactical has really been doing. I don't know which one I'm going to be going with yet, but he's got the trigger drop in a bag, which I've shot before. the mounts that LTT comes up with for the Berettas, you know, they're pretty low in terms of where you can get it. I've got Hollow Sun 507 comp that's been sitting around. It's actually, oh, it's downstairs right now. But that's just been sitting around since KCON, and I really haven't found the pistol that I want to put that on yet. And I just feel like this is the one. So Beretta came out with, they call it the 92XI or the 9211, really, because they're trying to go after the 2011 market. The mags are cheaper than 2011s. I think that Beretta is a proven platform. You know, it's still a custom gun, but this is really something that I'm looking forward to trying to do. I don't necessarily think this one doesn't come with ports. I don't necessarily think that that is something that I need to entertain, but shooting the staccato, it was fine. I'm just going to leave it at that. It wasn't for me. I think that they're perfectly fine guns, but I think a lot of people out there have the Call of Duty mindset, which is, you know, the top guys are kind of shooting staccatos. Staccatos are everywhere. It is kind of that, you know, they're very expensive. So for a lot of people, it is that next, hey, I shot Glocks for a lot of years. I go from Glock, I save up, and then I get a staccato. Maybe.
Yeah.
You still have to shoot them well. Otherwise, there's kind of no point.
No, you buy the expensive thing to make yourself a better shooter. That's how I get down.
You buy
Paul.
skill. You can buy skill.
Duh. Why would I shoot like a basic SIG red dot when I can buy an EOTech and be awesome at shooting?
So what is, I mean, so from a pistol perspective, because I think we do talk about rifles a lot, and I think we're pretty much nailed down on rifles. Yeah. So from a pistol perspective, what are you looking to get out of a pistol, and where do you kind of want to take your two-gun game from a pistol perspective?
Paul, I've been looking at something special.
Oh.
Been dying to show you this bad boy.
Talk to me, Goose.
Check this out. Boom. The Taurus Judge.
Come on.
And that's legit, dude. That's like they're really trying to sell on this thing.
Man, can you zoom in on that at all? Because
let me see if I can figure out how.
The problem with revolver guns kind of like this.
That's insane.
That you need a little bit of a shield on either side of the cylinder. If you look at some of the like Russian cylinder shotguns that are out there, otherwise all of that cylinder gas just goes into your arm. Inside of that, but this is crazy. It's for people who are long Colt.
Yeah, for people who are strictly, it's 410. Also, it's the Judge. It lets you be the judge.
For you can put a bipod out on the front of that.
This is the Taurus Judge, not just your standard one. This bad boy has got, what is that? A 13? It's got a 13-inch barrel, 13-inch barrel revolver. You're like Joker pulling. Remember, like when he pulled that big old revolver out of his pants to shoot down the Batwing. Yeah. But yeah, this thing is insane. 410 or 45 long, depending. It's just a ridiculous gun, and I'm honestly not going to take that as two gun. That was just a joke. I'm probably going to stick with the Walther. Right now, I have like 3 guns. Well, I have like more than that as far as pistols go, but I have like 3 that I would decide. Like the first year, I took my SIG. Was that like a 320? Mm-hmm. Last year I did the Walther, and now I have that new CZ Nocturne, which is shorter than the other two by, I don't know, maybe almost an inch.
Because it's a 4-inch barrel? Because
it's like a 4 point something goofy. I'd have to pull it up now.
Because it's not full size, but it's compact, but it's not subcompact. There's all those weird definitions that are going on.
Yeah, it gets weird.
Have you taken that out and shot it yet?
I did shoot it. When did I shoot it? Last week? Week before?
What'd you think?
Goofy like that. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was amazing.
Right on.
So let's see here. I'm trying to find it so we can. I don't want to be spitting fake information out to people. So they're like, this guy don't even know what the hell he's talking about. These are all videos, and I can't be playing videos because then you will just get busted for like copyright stuff. I believe 3.74, so it's almost a 4-inch barrel.
Oh, interesting. So
it is shorter than the Walther. Now that I think about it,
that really is.
I mean, I knew it was shorter, but that's significantly shorter.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like, how long are you really shooting at a 2-gun competition like Kalashnikov? Yeah. It's not like you're out there plinking 50-yard shots.
I hit an 80-yard steel shot, not cold bore, but kind of one shot with the Glock 19, and I think the Glock 19 might be around there.
Yeah, I think the Glock 19 is just like at 4, just under 4.
It's 4.02 inches,
Yeah.
so it's around this. It's around the same.
It's about there.
If you want to shoot like that, I think your ammo selection matters more than
Really?
barrel length. Yeah, because
I mean,
like
I just
115 compared to 124 compared to 147s.
yeah, I just really like the way it shot. I mean, I think it's like I was telling you earlier. I think it's because
Mhm.
I don't own many hammer fired pistols that aren't 1911s,
Yeah,
and I actually think that's probably. Oh, I'm sorry, this Topo Chico's making me burp. I honestly don't think that's like exactly 100% why it just felt better, just because of the fact that it's hammer fired.
Mhm.
I don't own any other CZs. Maybe that's just like I've never been around a make like that, but I
Mhm.
liked it. I was a fan of it, but now I just can't find a holster for it.
Would PO9 holsters not work for it?
I've been going back and forth with I don't even want to say what website, Reddit, with people saying it will work, it won't work, it will, no, it won't work because you're gonna have this, and it's like you need to get a T-Rex so and so, and I'm like, all right, I'll just wait it out a couple months. Hopefully somebody comes up with something. Because I try to keep it consistent with the belt. I try to just do G code stuff, just so I know everything
makes sense.
meshes well.
Mhm.
But as of right now, I haven't seen anything specifically for the Nocturne, and I haven't also decided if I'm going to put a light on it or not. I have one sitting in a box, believe it or not, that I don't use.
What light is it?
Whatever I have. Where the hell's my Walther? I don't remember where I put it. It's like the next step up from the one I have on the Walther. I'd have to
like
look.
a X300.
It's like a $600 light. It's insane.
That must be like an X300 then. Surefire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be the X300.
That sounds about right.
That's kind of the standard for pistol lights. I run. I've got a TLR, which I believe is a Streamlight.
See, the other one I have is a Surefire, but it's like a little bit smaller than that 300, and it wasn't that crazy. It was still like a couple $100, I think. But
yeah,
that one I have in the box. I won in a raffle, and I looked it up. I was like, damn, this thing's expensive. I might sell this, but
hell yeah,
I don't. It sits in my room and doesn't get used. What are you gonna do? But yeah, 2-gun. I'm excited.
Yep.
I'd like to get better with my pistol. I don't shoot it enough. It's like I feel like that line in The Wedding Singer. It's like I have one, I don't use it. I want to use it more. I keep it in a shelf in my bedroom, and then like I'd like to use it. That's where you come in, sir. Because
that's when he's trying to get money from the bank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's why I'm saying like from here on out, I'd like to just try to. I mean, I probably won't turn down just like a practical rifle if it fits into my ridiculous schedule for work. But I really want to get some good pistol practice in before KCON instead of just KCON's in 3 weeks. Better take this pistol to the range.
Make sure that it works.
Yeah, that's like the go-to of what I've been doing the last 2 years.
Yeah,
which is terrible.
Well, getting back to rifles, I've got a question for you, and this is just gonna be a vibe check.
Yeah, hit me.
Let me share my screen here quick. What are your thoughts on?
I'm excited. On what?
I should be shown. Yeah, I think.
Hold on. I
think you gotta prove it here.
It's a new program, dude. I don't know. You gotta. All right, here we go.
The 300 blackout crank.
I don't know, man. I don't know about 300. I mean, I love 300 black as a round in itself. I have a 300 black AR. That's probably like one of the ARs I have left that I actually enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think that's like something only a handful of people asked for, and some reason it got made disregarding all the other things that many other people have asked for over the years, and they just said no. I don't think enough people want the 300 blackout to justify the fact that they're coming out with the 300 blackout. I don't know. That's just me, though. The suppression will be awesome. Don't get me wrong on that. I think that was the whole gist around it, why it was made. Because, I mean, the action will be louder if you get a good set of subs in that thing.
I am 100% on board.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy one. I'm already pestering PSA to try to get me one early, and I am not an influencer, so they're literally like, "Who the hell are you?"
Tell them you know Brandon.
I will have to start name dropping B-Rack Brandon, But
There you go.
I really love the kind of port design that they have here.
Yeah, I was
where they
trying to figure out
have
what the hell that is.
Yeah, so the Russians kind of did this too with some of their 9x39 subsonic stuff.
I'm trying to make that look
There's
bigger.
not
So
enough gas and dwell time at the combo block for it to
right.
reliably cycle.
So is it
So
like a
they
second gas
added,
tube?
but
Ooh,
it doesn't push back against the bolt or anything like that. It actually just adds more gas and kind of more, I guess you would call it pre-gas, into the
oh,
combo block before they do it. But
really?
yeah, one of my good friends, John, and I are literally just going back and forth. We call it the Kronk, and he's literally already buying parts for it to make
Jeez,
sure that like when it comes out day of, he's going to buy it. He's got a lot of 300 Blackout Supers that he loaded a long time ago,
really?
and I too am personally pretty excited about this.
Oh,
I'm going to SBR it. I'm going to go all in on it. It's going to be one of probably only 2 or 3 guns that I buy in 2025 that I kind of currently have on the list. I'm currently selling my way through my safe because there's just a lot of stuff in there where I look in and I'm like, I'm not really excited about this anymore. I don't shoot this at competitions. This
you're a
doesn't
better man than me, Paul.
align with what I want to do. Well, also, I live in a state where I can kind of do that pretty easily.
Well,
So
regardless, even if I could, if things were different where I'm at, I don't think it still kills me just to think about selling anything. I don't know. Like the other day, I was in my safe and I found stuff I forgot I had, and I wanted to take it to the range. Seriously, I found like that Caltech the 22 long. I can't even remember what the hell it is. Some weird thing where the stock pulls out. I can't remember the
oh,
shit. I don't
PMR
even.
30.
Yeah, PMR 30. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
like
I
that.
do have one of these.
It's like the MP7 at home. I really want
Yeah,
one of
yeah, yeah,
those.
yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, man, I was like, what other 22s do I have? You know, that isn't expensive to shoot, and I could just go to the range and be like, all right, here we go. But
I kind of lampooned on 22s for a lot of years because I was like, why would you shoot a 22 when you can shoot a centerfire rifle? And
because I have
now
a lot
I'm
of
kind of getting
22
more.
ammo.
Yeah, same. So now I'm kind of getting more back on the 22.
Yeah.
22 precision bolt guns, I think are gonna. I mean, they've kind of been back, but I think that they're gonna be bigger kind of in the next year. I'm getting into more 6.5 and things like that. But that's another conversation. But the
Yeah.
300 Blackout Crink, I'm excited for it. I think the community is divided about it, which makes me want it even more.
Side note, you talked about this earlier, and I forgot to bring it up because I just thought it was hilarious. Do you find it interesting that we know 2 sets of twins that shoot competition?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Pretty
didn't know
funny.
that we knew 2 sets.
Yeah.
That is true.
I
That is
didn't
true.
know that I mean, I know Sam and Ben are obviously twins.
Hmm.
The now I'm drawing a blank thinking of their names.
The Palmers?
Yeah,
No.
it's weird.
Yeah. And they're both big AK. Well, Sam and Ben, I think, are just students of weapons crafts,
Yeah, they
rather
both
than
have
AK guys.
glasses, don't they? I think they did at one point, so they're smart.
Uh, that's the definition? If they're
Yeah,
so smart, why can't they
that's how
fix
it
their
is.
eyesight?
Can't even see, nerd. But
Nerds. What, you're nearsighted? Well, I'm all the way over here on the far-sighted side.
yeah, right. But no, I mean what did they shoot this year? Were they both RPK in this year? I
Yeah,
think
one
so.
was. I don't know what.
I think they both did. I think they both did. I know they were
They
both
were
in
both in
irons.
irons.
Is
Yeah,
that what
and
they do?
they
First
shoot
and
irons
second,
really well.
second and third?
First
I
and
can't
third.
remember. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think they were racing each other with the same gun. Brotherly
I,
competition.
I really dislike them mainly because they have phenomenal heads of hair. Um, Anybody who is follically challenged, like I am,
Follically
thinks that.
challenged.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one. I have to remember.
When Whenever I
Anybody that
see
looks like
people with
a
great sets of hair, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
like there's this guy at work. I made fun of him the other day because he was bitching about losing it in the back, and I told him he looked like a werewolf walking around with a 3/4 full moon. He's just like the top third of his head like had nothing. I was like, it's just like everything else is just waiting to grow out, dude. I was like, that's like the only spot you got. Once that full moon hits, you'll be fine.
Well,
He's
he's
like,
solar
whatever.
powered. That's just his solar array that's up here.
Yeah, okay.
And
I'll start using that one on him
if
now.
he
Thank
doesn't
you.
have if he doesn't have the dome, then it's going to turn into a problem for him.
Yeah. Paul, side note, because this is what we do here. I was meaning to bring this up to you 40
Yep.
minutes ago before we started this. What'd you have for dinner tonight?
I had a sandwich from Quick Trip. I had the chicken sandwich.
Nice. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Love sandwiches from Quick Trip.
Yeah.
I made an amazing pasta.
Ooh,
You ready for this?
Walk me through it.
All right, here we go. Get yourself a nice like casserole dish, nice deep pan. Okay. You take some of the multicolored cherry tomatoes.
A
Feeling
big
me?
fan. Yep,
Yeah.
big fan already.
Fill the whole pan.
Mm-hmm.
Like get silly with it. All right. Olive oil like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Italian seasoning like crazy. Heavy garlic. You know,
Okay.
heavy garlic. What else did I do? My kid made this a while ago, and I tried copying it because he's not in town this weekend. But yeah, you take all that, and then you take a big brick of feta, throw it in the middle.
I've had this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I've made this. It's incredible. It went viral maybe last year or something like that on
Sounds about
Instagram
right.
and TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm literally looking at the recipe right now.
Dude, forget about it.
It's so good.
It is. It's amazing.
It really is. And if you can
And
use
it's like-
fresh tomatoes with it, it's even better.
Oh yeah. Well, my tomato plants this year have been dog shit. I don't understand why.
Ooh.
I think it's the weather because I thought it was myself, but then like a couple more people at work are like, yeah, they're just not doing as good as they were last year. And I'm like, well, thank God it's not just me. I thought it was just me.
Did you throw some shallots in there?
In the thing I made? No.
Yeah.
I left out
That's-
a whole bunch of shit.
Okay. Because
I was like in a hurry
really
messing
what
with this computer, but like my kid throws spinach in there. He throws a bunch of other shit in there. Yeah, because he actually told me to get shallots last time he made it.
Yeah.
But no, I like bought some Italian sausage. I was gonna coin it up real nice and throw some in there. That's still
Mhm.
sitting in the fridge. Totally forgot about it. I forgot about the spinach. All I did was I did like heavy Italian seasoned garlic,
Mhm.
and then just mashed all those berries or the berries and cherries, tomatoes. I don't know how the hell I'm getting those all mixed
The
up.
Burr tomatoes.
Yeah, but and then you just throw some rigatoni in there
Yeah.
and mix it all up after it's all bubbled up and the tomatoes burst open. You just mash all that shit together. Oh, forget about it.
I'm not the
So
biggest feta
delicious.
guy either, but within that, it works.
I didn't know I was. I wouldn't say I'm a feta guy because when I open it, I'm like, this just seems like soy. It's like just a brick of like wet, spongy stuff that doesn't even smell that great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, like,
Oh.
once you mix it in there and it gets a good. Now, see, next time, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that pan, throw it all in a blender, and then mix it with some heavy
Ooh.
whipping cream just to thicken it
Yeah.
up a little bit to make it.
Mhm.
Oh, forget, dude. I said, I was like, let me do this like 4 or 5 more times. I'm going to perfect the shit out of this. But I'm sorry, I'm Italian. I had to talk about the pasta I had for dinner because it was delicious. Anybody listening, try it for yourself. If you need help with it, go ahead and send me a DM. I'll point you in the right direction. And everybody in your house will love it.
Well, since you got to talk about the pasta, I think we should talk about your next ride at the competitions.
You talking about the Jeep?
Pull it up. I got
Pulling
it up
it
on
up,
the
dude.
screen right now.
Where the hell's my mouse at? Here we go.
It's 125 cc's of pure fun.
Oh, see, that's the Venom mini Jeep. I look at the one I was looking at was the Massimo one.
Oh, hold on. We can take a look.
This one doesn't have a fourth. I think the one I was looking at had no. Maybe it doesn't have a back seat. What's the back of that one look like? Can you look at the?
Like this guy.
Does it have the fake gas can? Yeah, maybe that is about the same build.
This one, I think you've got some upgraded rims and tires here. Kind of looking a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah,
probably
no,
all
I
come
think
with
that's
the
about
concept
basically
of it.
the same thing. Probably just that's basically the
Yeah.
same thing.
Venom Motorsports.
Yeah,
you
the
can
one
get it 80% assembled, or you can get it fully assembled.
No, give me the 80.
yeah.
I've seen it on YouTube. That thing comes in a crate, and like not having it fully assembled basically means everything, like the engine and everything's in there, and you have to like jack it up and put like the axle and the wheels on.
That's not bad.
No, not at all.
The
And
camel
probably
green
go
looks
through it
great.
with some Loctite if you're that type of person, which we all know I am not, because Loctite is for weak-handed folk.
Loctite is for people who can't hit it with the Ooga Doogas.
Left-handed people need Loctite.
But there was a reason I bring it up. There was a couple of guys who were driving around one of these at Thunder, and it
I
just looked like a
know.
hell of a ton of fun. They did a trailer for it. They had one guy up front, they had one guy in the back. They had all their gear with it,
Yeah.
and they were staying at the same hotel that I was at, that we were at actually.
Yeah, as I
And
was, yeah.
they were just in the parking lot ripping darts the night before till like 1 a.m.
As you should be if you own a little Jeep like that.
Yeah, just sitting in the Jeep
Totally
together and going
justified.
through.
100%.
I love it.
I'm gonna see if I can do this.
Definitely would not run it at KCON, just because KCON, you got to hump your shit. But for some of these smaller matches, tooling around in that where you're kind of going from bay to bay, I think would just be a great time.
No, I would totally rip that thing at KCON. That was where I first had the idea, because going up and down that hill, until I figured out later on there's the second trail behind it that's not as
easier.
bumpy and crazy. Yeah. I was like, what the hell, dude?
I don't think I ever found that trail.
No, it's just directly behind it. 12-person, okay. What is that? Not an SUV. What are those called? ATVs? You got to see if I can find this thing, dude.
Is it the Argo?
No. I saw this thing at Farm and Fleet the other day, and holy shit, it's like 13 grand. Okay, a little expensive.
Okay.
Little expensive.
More than I paid for my last car.
Yeah, but holy shit, dude. Imagine just like a, like one of them 4-wheeler ATV things that people drive around, but you can fit 12 people in this bad boy. I'm looking for it now. Hold on. I don't even know where to look. What the hell would it be under? Lawn and garden, maybe?
Or something like that? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Sports and outdoors. It's got to be sports and outdoors. Maybe? I don't know. I don't even know
look
where
at the analytics and it says, when did people stop listening? This is going to be the moment.
No, not at all. They're going to want to know. They're going to be like, what is this guy talking about?
Anticipation.
Yeah, they're going to be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I need to know. Because, dude, I'm telling you, if you see this thing, you're going to be like, what in God's name is that? Because it's like a 3 times extended golf cart on steroids. Oh, here it is. Here we go. The Ranger Limo. The Polaris Off-Road. Okay, here, hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Slow down. Just bear with me. I'm new. I just had a picture of it, and now, all right, I'm just gonna have to go back to the picture and pull the picture up because I clicked on the damn Polaris site. Okay, so I go back here. I go to share screen. I say share this thing. Give me. Oh shit, where'd it go? This. No, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, here we go. Okay, check this fucking thing out, dude. Yes, share this. What is going on? Is it gonna share it? Here we go. Boom. Look at that bad boy.
Oh, it's loading for me. Oh, damn.
The whole squad, dude. The whole squad could be on that thing. It is insane.
You could get the whole squad in the first 3 rows and then put all of your guns in the last row.
Dude, I was thinking vertical gun racks on the bars there, so that everybody can just put it right there. But yeah, I saw that thing at Farm and Fleet, and my boss we were walking around. He's like, dude, get that thing. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, that thing is way too expensive.
That is crazy.
It is. It's insane.
I think I saw something like this when I was at spring training a couple of years ago, where they were driving people from the ball club out to the parking lot.
I believe it. The thing's like 13 grand, I think, at least.
Oh my God. Go buy a Civic and then just drive around in a Honda.
Dude, how awesome would it be just to get like some beater ass old Miata and just ride it up and down them trails at KCON?
Dude, I'm a Miata guy, so
you know what? A lot of people are.
To do that.
And when I was coming up at a younger age, Miatas, people made fun of them.
Oh yeah, they were hairdresser cars, and now because it's kind of the easiest way to get a sports car. You can get them for $5,000, and they're fun to drive. I like driving slow cars fast, not fast cars slow. So if you get a McLaren, how many different opportunities do you really get to ring out that McLaren? If you get a Miata, I go through a roundabout, I can take that bitch sideways.
Oh, yeah.
They're rear-wheel drive, they're stupid fun, they're small. People like them. They've got the pop-up headlights. You're going around, you're popping your headlights up. They are death traps, however. which is one of the reasons why I got rid of my 93. But the new ones are fantastic. They're 6 speeds. I've gotten it up to 110 on a track. They're just great. But I love like
A
Safari.
Miata to 110.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Was that thing shaking or what?
No, it's pretty comfortable at that speed, actually.
I think the fastest I've ever had a car, I think I had, was when I had my Cadillac. It was like I think it was like a 98. And I was flying down the highway doing like just low hundreds, but it was just like, it was like I was sitting in a lazy boy that was going downhill. It was amazing. It was just floating. Just
That is
like,
the crazy. I was in a Cadillac CTS-V Blackwing, which is kind of their performance sedan,
yeah,
not that long ago. And that I looked down and we were going 120, and it
yeah,
felt like we were going
comfortably.
60.
Yeah.
That's
It's insane. It's dangerous.
It is, because you kind of, there's a word for it. I forget what it is, but you just get used to going so fast. So then it's like, okay, now I have to go 30, and you feel like you're literally just standing still.
Yeah, it's wild.
I really want a Crown Vic, like an old school police interceptor. I think you can put 55 people into it. It's bench seats across the front and the rear. You can fit 42 rifle gun cases into the trunk. I mean, and they're comfortable at 100 miles an hour. I think that's where we peaked in terms of car design.
Maybe. There's some speculation on that one. What the hell did I just see the other day? 2026. It was like they said it was a GMC concept car, but it really looked just like AI. It was like a brand new pickup truck that looks like a square body. And I was like, that's so badass. I was like, that's not even a real concept car. That's like an AI. And like, it's not like a concept car is a real car. It's something cool that never fucking gets made. But I would love to have a new square body that looks like an old truck. That would have been pretty badass, honestly.
My neighbor's got a beautiful, fully restored square body, and every time I see him take it out, I'm like, appreciate you, brother.
Dude, I just saw one the other day for like $8,000, and I was like, oh man, should I? I was like, do you really need a truck? Another one that's just old?
I mean,
it'd be awesome.
You got a daily for your daily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
they need a little bit of fun too.
I was I don't know. I think I'm still stuck in the 90s, and I'd rather have that 6'4" dark blue drop top Impala with the spoked Daytons on it. Just because I've been wanting one of them.
90s.
I've been wanting one of them since like the 4th grade.
That's very 90s, and it's very Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
West
not
Side.
That's not a dunk. 100%.
I hate big rims on cars. That was like a huge thing not that long ago. Like, jack it up 4 feet and put giant rims on it. I'm like, no, drop it like 4 inches from the ground. I want them rims tiny.
I like thick tires.
Yeah,
because I just think that it rides better, and I think that it looks better too. I don't like the big dishes, especially on trucks, where then they just have a thin strip of rubber that goes right.
Oh, I hate that. That makes me nervous as hell.
Yeah, the bro dozers just suck.
Especially driving around where I live, dude. I'm like, tire's gonna go today. I can feel it. Either that or I'm gonna put a dig in my rim hard.
I had one drive by me last night where they had the underglow where the lights are just pointing so you can see how shitty the lift is. Yeah. And I'm like, who's this for? It's for other bro dozer lifted truck guys. And
yeah.
Like, well, all right, I guess.
Not knocking anybody who has one.
I am.
Not my
You're a moron.
Oh, okay.
Like the same as the California squat people, where you have your headlights that are just pointed straight up into the sky. I'm happy they made that illegal, and I hope that if you still do that, you
I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that one up.
Dumb. That was
totally forgot about that.
There's so many car mods that I hate. I hate Stance Bros, where it's literally like your car is unusable and you're just destroying your wheels and tires. Especially because you do it to beautiful cars like S14s and JDM imports. That will always piss me off. I hate the bro dozer vibes. The huge trucks with a tiny woman in the front of it, and they're driving the Jeep Grand Wagoneers. Go to hell. Yeah. I hate those. I don't think that like anybody should necessarily be driving those. The Kia Telluride, the most boring vehicle that is completely uninspired that everybody has, and they have the orange things that go around. You should sell that and never. And the most that you should be allowed to own is a horse and buggy at that point in time because you have no taste when it comes to vehicles. If you buy an F-150 and you say, "Hey, I need the biggest engine package that I could possibly have in this because I'm going to tow a boat," and really you're towing a kayak, you're a moron. You're overbuying your vehicles, and there's just no reason for you to do that. There's a guy that likes to do power slides, aka drifts, in his truck around my neighborhood. You're dumb. I'm really, really happy that you hit the curb and it bent your rims and tore the axle out of it. That's not what that vehicle is for. If you want to go do drifts, go get a Z car, go get a BMW, E36 or something like that. Put some crazy articulating wheels up into the front, and redo all that and kind of learn how to do that. But otherwise, there's no point for it. Rolling coal, you're stupid. You're just destroying the life of your engine. Don't care. Tommy's probably going to get to me on that one. But diesel pros are also idiotic and uninspired. Really, the only people that I like are the people that collect classic British vehicles. If you do that, they're piles of shit. So you can tell that it's a labor of love for you, and I am here for it. And I want to sit in your car. I do not want to own one.
There's this guy I work with who I can't stand, who drives. For real. He's just like such a weirdo, like older, just a weird guy. And he drives a Mini Cooper, not a new one, like an old one.
Oh, he drives the Rover, the classic minis?
Like classic Mini, like tiny Mini,
I
wrong
those.
side of the cab. And he pulls into work every day with that thing like, yep, that's my ride. I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I love it. The smaller the vehicle, I'm into it. I love
really?
I love K trucks. Because one of my favorite movies is the Michael Caine classic, The Italian Job. Yeah. I keep a pair of leather gloves and a turtleneck in my glove box.
You do not.
I spot a diamond that is possible to be stolen. I love a heist. If I could do anything with my life, it's pull off one heist. Assemble the crew. You've got the wild card. You've got this guy over here. Ocean's 11. It's the perfect heist. It's a perfect movie. Ocean's 12. Yeah. We don't talk about that. Ocean's 13 is just a rehash of Ocean's 11. What phenomenal heist. The Thomas Crown affair, where he's just a billionaire and he just goes in and just steals paintings, but then he puts them back in even more elaborate ways. What's not to love? This is fantastic. I love a heist.
Paul, how I don't even know where to go. You just went on like some 5-minute rant about every vehicle you hated, and I was just like, wow. And then I was like, and then this is stupid.
And but here's the thing: a lot of people are going to disagree with me about takes on vehicles because they they have no taste. Listen, if you want to listen to people on Instagram for what you should enjoy, by all means, continue to do that. But here we are for the taste makers and not the taste followers. We talked about it with Jeff beforehand. Those are the people that I actually want to associate myself with. Those are the people that I want to go, shoot with too. And in the shooting space, dude, Garand Thumb comes out with a video. And then all of a sudden, we talked about this. Esoteric pistols and rifles that have been sitting on shelves across America for months or even years. Yeah. He comes out with a video and all of a sudden they're sold out.
Yeah. What did I just say that the fuck am I trying to say? Not Deltec. Delta Tech?
The Delta Techs, yeah. Yeah. He did a video on those and they're gone. He did KP9s and those started to sell out even more. He did the carry handle, even though the carry handles were kind of coming back. And now everybody needs a carry handle. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And it's like, cool. The guy's getting paid. Like, and he might disclose it. He might not. But like, the only way that you're really going to find out what shit kind of works and what doesn't is you either have to find somebody who's got unbiased reviews, which everybody has a bias when it comes to the reviews. But, I got introduced to you where you were like, hey, here's what this is. You take it out, you shoot it, you go to matches. But if you're just, hitting out on the flat range, overproduced videos, with forced laughter as to what goes on with it. Hey, this is the 5th time that we came up with this joke, and this is the 8th time that I ran this drill, so I can finally get, show some decent hits on this. I kind of don't care. Post your practice score. Where are you going? What are you shooting? Like if you're just out here on the flat range, and you're like, hey, I just shot 50 rounds to this flawlessly. Yeah, dumb shit. That's what rifles should fucking do. I don't need I want to talk to the guy where it's like, this is the only rifle that I've shot for the last 5 years. The gentleman that you had, it was who were the two guys at Thunder that you had on where one shot a Visca for a long time?
Oh, Logan and Jake. Logan
Yeah.
had the Visca.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Where he shot the Visca a lot. I just go out here and I magged up in the trash, and then I go here. But the Viscas worked well for me.
Yeah.
Phenomenal review.
So it's flying off the shelves right now.
Well, and I'm not saying that anybody should necessarily go out there and buy a Visca, but it worked for him.
Yeah, it did.
And
2 years in a row.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. Hey, I put 2,000 rounds through this. That's probably more than that Visca's ever going to see if it went to somebody else. Most people that are buying these guns shoot 2 mags a year, if that.
Yeah, I give him stupid amount of credit for it because I know there's a ton of people online who are like, will dog walk the shit out of a Visca because they hate them, who probably have either like, a tricked out arsenal that costed them a lot of money or some ridiculous rebuild that costed them a ton of money. And like you said, they probably 1 to 2 mags a year in that thing. Yeah.
They don't shoot the arsenal. They have a kit build that they're too afraid to use. Yeah. Ammo is too expensive for them, so then they don't go out and shoot. Okay, great.
But he's stupid for using his Visca.
Yeah. Use it till it breaks. Yeah. There was one of the guys from Mythbusters was like, I buy the cheapest tool from Harbor Freight that I can. And then I use it until it breaks, and then it broke, so I must use it a lot. So then I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy like the highest quality of that tool that I possibly can. If you're not breaking a Visca, right out the box, if it's not a lemon, are you shooting enough?
Yeah, that's a good call, Paul. Good call, Paul. That's like Better Call Saul.
It's my one good take for the day. But
yeah, honestly, like that's a good point. Like if it hasn't broke, I mean, granted, yes, Viscas do not have the best track record at all.
Yep.
But like, I mean, I'd hate to use something until it explodes in my face. Hopefully nothing bad happens. But like, if you're using it and your extractor claw hasn't broken, your firing pin's still intact, everything's still somewhat together without a catastrophic explosion going off in front of you, run that thing hard, dude. Run it hard.
Maybe buy like go no-go gauges.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Keep an eye on some things. But if that's the only thing that you can afford and that's what keeps you going to matches,
dude,
keeps you shooting.
2 years in a row, that guy. Competition off his ass, doing better than 98% of everybody else out there who owns a rifle.
Yeah.
And he's got the one everybody hates, but he's doing it.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
I'm 100% on this train now, where if you're going to criticize somebody, you need to post your practice score next to it. You can look me up on practice score. I'm not hard to find. I mean, if you want it, I'll send it over to you. I don't really give a shit. I'll tell you, where it went wrong and kind of what the problems were and what I'm experiencing with rifles. But if you are, hey, I don't shoot matches, I go out and I, shoot on a flat range and I've got all this gear, and because matches are going to get you killed in the streets, you're dumb. And like the only way to really know if you're getting any better is if you benchmark yourself against other people. Because if you're the best guy out of the 5 guys that you go shoot with, cool. Go to your local match, because I bet there's going to be another 5 guys that are better than you.
Oh yeah.
And
you only get better. This has been said many a time. You only get better shooting around people better than yourself.
Yeah, because
like you said,
they just have a different perspective.
Yeah, if I have 5 friends and I'm better than those 5, there's nothing pushing me to do better. It's like I'm like, that's it. That's my pinnacle. I'm there. I'm better than these 5 guys. That's it.
There's no more mountains to climb.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's, hey, we're going to do a bill drill. Great. That's a great warm up. How are you at 25 yards? How are your holds? How are you at taking a shot at a baseball through a VTAC barricade where you can't use your left hand? Matches put you in situations that you yourself are not going to put you in. Right. If you go to the gym and you're really good at, doing the bench press, and that's all you want to do is focus on the bench press, but then you have chicken legs.
Yeah. Oh, skipping leg day. I hate that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, dude.
Yeah. Respect all builds, but I'm still going to point out some of the problems that I've got with it. Yeah. So, if you want to go out and you want to shoot on a flat range and you say, hey, this is what works for me, this is what doesn't, that's great. Let's take it to a match.
Yeah. Now, see, I'm 100% honest with myself and everybody else. You can look at my practice score. I'm not that great, but I'm out there trying, which is a lot more than other people are doing, which makes me better. Yeah. It makes me better than, what did I just say? The 98% of people who don't shoot competition. That doesn't make me a better shooter per se, yeah, you probably can shoot better than me, but put yourself under like the time stress and the stress of everybody else watching you instead of just like, I can shoot better at like the indoor range, or I can shoot better off a bench than you. Probably.
Mhm.
Not saying you can't, but like you said, competition, that's a whole other situation. Like you're shooting in things and, shooting off a rickety bridge that constantly shakes and you got to hit, these targets that are 50, 60 yards away from you. You're not going to do that any other time. You're not going to practice that in your backyard.
And also, that's just the act of shooting the competition. I just
Yeah.
traveled for 2 days. I'm really
Oh,
dehydrated. This
yeah.
is day 3 of us sitting out in the sun for the entire day. I have to hump all of my gear all over the place. Why did I
Oh,
pack
yeah.
so many bags beforehand? I have to pace targets that are up there. I've been on my feet for 11 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the final stage, and I think that I'm still in this to maybe get a top 15 finish. So I got to
Right.
perform on this.
I've
The
drove
pressure just
18
ramps up for that.
hours, to get here, and I've only
Yeah.
drank 2 bottles of water. I stopped at Waffle House and Hardee's, and I haven't slept, and I got to be up in 5 hours to shoot this competition.
Yeah. Hey, you can shoot great under perfect conditions. How are you when everything's kind of going to shit?
Yeah, no shit. I'm terrible because I get in my own head, but we've discussed that. What
You can
else
get
was
out
I
of that.
gonna-
That's something that you can correct.
That's my problem. That's not a shooting problem. That's not a not enough practice problem. That's a mental quit being a pussy about it problem. It's over.
The
There ain't nothing I can
me-
do about it.
mental toughness when it comes to any sport. There are some of the most talented individuals that have played at the highest level of competition. NBA, NFL, take your pick. Not even shooting, not even specific to shooting sports. And
Yeah.
there are some people where they just go insane and then they never reach their full potential.
Meta world peace.
Yep. Kyrgios on the tennis side,
Yeah.
fantastic, but he just went insane.
Yeah.
Some people know how to use it, like John McEnroe knew how to kind of use that, range
He was
and
like the Hulk. He
rage and
could
mental
control
toughness.
himself.
Yeah, yeah. Chalk flew up everywhere. How can you
Yeah.
call that out?
Yeah.
That to me is okay. Everything's going to shit. What can I harness on? What am I going to grab and then kind of move forward with?
Yeah. Right.
But man, I tuckered myself out here. I've got a couple of other things that I want to talk about. We're just about over an hour. How long do you want to go here, big guy?
No, that's up to you. I know you have plans tomorrow. I'm not trying to keep you. An hour is good for me because I don't know how long people enjoy listening to these things. But now that I have a half decent setup, kind of working, hopefully I can.
Half? It's a
Yeah.
pretty decent setup. I wouldn't sell myself short.
I'm only 5'12", but but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully now that I have I don't need people to come by or I don't need to go to certain people's areas to do this. I can probably hopefully get this pumping out more than every other week, which would be nice, I guess.
Absolutely.
There's one thing I was going to talk to you about.
Well, you're looking for that. There's a couple of things that I kind of want to get vibe check on from you here.
Yeah, go ahead, hit me.
So we talk a lot about, are we in? Are we out? What our feelings are for chest rigs, because you can pack a lot of mags into them, but it can hurt your ability to go prone.
Now,
kind of what's going on with it.
I mean, the prone, it's okay. A chest rig, a flat chest rig doesn't affect me prone. It's if you're running around with a plate carrier with that's gonna affect you heavily, especially if you have to lay prone and shoot into like the bottom of a VTAC. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna have. Then you're definitely laying on your side, and then they'll be like, "Nope, you have to lay flat." But like, maybe you can't. But anyways, I think I don't know. Maybe a chest rig is more of like a winter time thing for me. The more I think about it, because the belt, I've been on the belt, but the belt is also me in a t-shirt or the long sleeve shirt, shooting shirt, or like just single shirt, single ply. Easy to get to. But like winter, if I'm wearing like, a long john, a long sleeve shirt and a hoodie, because it's like 10 degrees outside, I might just keep the chest rig on me. Because I'm not worried about the long sleeve shirt or the hoodie or anything else covering my mags, or the mags, having to have the shirt tucked into the side to where, oh man, now I feel all that cold air going up my back. I work outside all day. The last thing I want to do is be cold when I'm trying to have fun.
Yeah, you definitely get it. So I am definitely of the same approach.
Yeah.
but there's a couple of different
Setups.
ideas that I just kind of want to run past you here. So here,
Yeah,
I'm
hit
gonna
me.
share my screen again. Perfect. Can you do the one where I can still see you, like over, like on the left-hand side a little bit? There we
Okay.
go. Yeah, perfect. So this is one that I've been looking at a lot. The Commando store. It is the Pattern 84 2.0, and we're gonna
Yeah.
look kind of at the 1.0 here a little bit too.
I got
But
some different picks on that.
yeah, they can
Okay, there we go.
just carry a ton of stuff.
Now, see, I don't know if I want. I mean, practically, real world situation, love it.
Yeah,
But like,
competition
that is pretty
wise,
nice. Yeah, competition wise, because I know if I have that many pockets, I'll be like, I could
you're
put
gonna fill them.
Skittles in this one. I could put
Yeah.
batteries in this one. This one will have a flashlight. This is where I'll
The
keep my water bottle. You know?
the one thing that I really do like about this rig, number one, it's got an H harness, which I think is kind of the
Yes.
quintessential. Like the X's just hurt after a little while. One
Yeah.
thing that I do like about this rig is you've got some laser cut molly on either side, which if you wanted to throw some extra pistol pouches up there, I think that would work. But I mean, this thing you can stuff 8 rifle mags into. I mean, this is a sustainment rig. You're going to be
Okay.
shooting a lot of this.
Now, see, if
Oh, it's even more than that. I'm sorry. You can put 9.
9, see, that's
this.
overkill. Like,
And
okay,
a
seriously
dangler.
though, competition setup. You're honestly worst case using 3 mags.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
that's
worst
if you're
case,
going
if
to
you
your
think
third
it's a
mag,
lot,
something went wrong.
yeah, and if you honestly think it's a lot, you started off with a 40 if you want to get real silly. But if you're
Yeah.
using close to 100 rounds per stage,
You're
like you
shooting a
said,
lot.
something's off. Something's off.
Yeah. This used to be parachuter gear, but now they go by Wetworks.
It's not parachuter anymore?
No, it's Wetworks.
Oh, wow.
They updated it because they're not doing parachute gear, like period at all anymore. They've kind of transitioned more into the nylon gear.
Really?
Which I have one of their new UV hoodies that I'm going to be taking out and
Oh, that's
seeing
where
how
you
that
got
works. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I'll let you know what I think about that. But this one here is really just kind of like an updated Type 86, which is the kind of Shycom that's on there. 4 mags across the front. One of the things when we talk about this is, okay, you got 4. You could drop it to 3. They do make a 3 cell in this.
Yeah.
And then you could just kind of exclusively have a pistol belt. I'm kind of thinking that might be it, where it's like rifle on the chest, pistol on the belt, but the rifle mag in the belt is so fast.
It is.
It's kind of like, I don't know.
I'm just so used to it because I switched up for it for KCON. And because my main reason, honestly, is because I was like, I don't want to be hot and wearing that chest rig because I'll sweat like crazy because I did the year prior.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that bad. It was actually pretty nice out.
The one thing that I think is cool here, they have kind of like a micro rigs that you can kind of set up here, and it's more of like an abbreviated TAPS rig, so you can have them be a little bit smaller. You can have just about anything fit in here, but they are pretty wide. And I 100% agree with you where I'm pulling this off, I'm getting boob sweat out the ass.
Oh, yeah.
It's a problem. But one of the things that I really love here, this is just their Volk, which is just the 3 cell.
Yeah.
And this is my one where I just hand this to people. I've always got it in the bag, and I'm just like, hey, here, go run this, and run an H harness on here. You can run it like a placard. You can kind of do a lot of stuff like that. But getting back to the plates that you were talking about before, I have to run something flat like this. Otherwise, there's just no way that I'm going to do it. This is kind of their older one where they don't have the laser cut on either side of that, but you can get a lot of mags into these too for like sustainment rigs. But one thing that I like about this is it kind of goes out and underneath your arms. I have one of these. So this is the Onward Recce rig. You can fit a whole bunch
I've got
of crap
one of
in
those
this too.
I bought one of them and I've never used it. I just got it because I remember everybody on Reddit was like, they're going to be on sale at 8 o'clock tonight. And then like I bought that one. That's the one I got.
Yeah, so I've got the same one. I'm going to be shooting this at the low light match. It's coming up in October. I want to be running this. I'll see how it goes. I ran it at a running gun, and I had way too many mags into it because you're absolutely right. If you have the ability where it's like, hey, I'm going to run 8 mags in this, you're going to run 8 mags in this. Jack Rapala, who is I think he worked for ADM, and he's a phenomenal shooter. He's got one of these, and he actually put some inserts in here so that it's only 1 mag. So it just runs 4. But a lot of these we're just rehashing, a lot of, the same kind of Chi-Coms that are out here.
Yeah.
But I wanted one of these for a while. You can put so much shit into this. I mean,
yeah.
it is literally just a sustainment battle jacket. They're very expensive. I don't know when I would ever run something like this, though.
Now, see, something like that I would use for a 3-stage. What am I thinking? A 3-stage run. Like, imagine if
Oh, yeah.
KCON like got that crazy. Like, all right, you're gonna start here at the barn, then you're gonna go do the jungle run, then you're gonna go all the way down to the end and drag that
Yeah.
dummy and shoot that stage.
Almost like
I
a
mean,
run and gun kind of a thing where it's like back to back to back to back to
Oh
back.
yeah, it'd be wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it would definitely push the hell out of some people, and it would take forever to get everybody through it, but it would be wild.
We'll
I guess.
do a run and gun next year. I've got a couple picked out that we can do together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they smoke you to the ground, man. I mean,
I bet they do.
Run and gun competitions are definitely the hardest level of competition. I do not count the tactical games as a shooting competition. Those people just go get the lightest BCM that you possibly can, put an LPVO on it, and then do CrossFit in your parents' basement. Don't come out here and do this. But I bought one of these. A Smersh rig.
That's kind of cool looking. Go to that. Yeah, go to some different. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I mean, it
Ooh,
is
yeah,
a
that
little
is
bit of
pretty cool.
everything. It's all kind of like kidney pouches. You can stuff a bunch of things in here. This one's from Commando Store. I've been waiting for a long time for this. I think I bought it back in January, and they've kind of been pushing it out because they're trying to get it like NIR compliant so that you don't show up, doing a whole bunch of stuff. But I mean, you can stuff a whole bunch of mags into this. The drip is immaculate.
Yeah,
so this is definitely
it's leaking.
Yeah,
but,
it is not something that is fast.
Okay, now definitely not a competition rig for myself, obviously.
No,
but
there's
that
no
is
way.
honestly something like have it loaded and ready in case you need it, kind of thing.
Yeah, this is you're gonna go do some multi-stage stuff. But one thing that I've been kicking around as an idea, battle belt with suspenders.
Now, okay, you've talked to me about this, and I think there was one guy at Thunder doing it, right?
He was, and I think that if you're gonna run a belt and you're gonna put a lot of stuff onto it, this is kind of the best way to alleviate some of that weight. Because I always feel like I'm awkward with the belt in the belt.
Nah. See, that's why Brandon was giving me shit because I had my pistol like thigh strap on. And he's like, why didn't you just take that off? And I'm like, because it holds it to my leg. So when I pull up to get my magazines out, it's held onto my leg so my belt doesn't move.
Yeah.
And he was all like, oh, I guess. And I'm like, no, it holds my belt so my belt doesn't move. It works out pretty good.
I run the thigh strap, even if
Yeah.
I'm not running the pistol too.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. But this is something that I think I'm going to try out kind of going into 2025 is the battle belt suspender setup, because it's not so much.
You're serious about this, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've talked about this a couple of times.
I've kicked it around a couple of times. I talked to John about it. We've seen a couple of people that have been running it. And John is kind of a bigger guy and is like kind of into the belt game, same as us. But I think that this might answer, because it's not so much about, hey, I'm getting it out and I need the belt to be down, because I'm going to run an inner and outer belt maybe with the battle belt, or it's got a little bit of neoprene on the inside of it. But it's just one of those things where it's like when you're running, you can kind of just maybe lock it down a little bit more. And then there's a concept in like long distance through hiking where if you have a backpack, and it's probably not just long distance through hiking, but that's who I hear talk about it the most. If you have a backpack with kidney straps, you can go back and forth between all of the weight on your shoulders, and then you can tighten your kidney straps down and then loosen the weight on your shoulders, and the backpack then takes all of its weight and shifts it down to your waist. And then when your waist gets tired, you tighten your shoulders back up and you loosen the kidney belt. So I'm kind of kicking that idea around as a similar concept to this.
Way more thought into it than I ever would. I would just be like, it holds my pants up. That's it. It holds my pants up.
Yeah, and there's definitely kind of there's so much gear that is out here,
Yeah.
and there's so much that is just like snake oil.
There's a lot of
That
shit that's kind of serves no purpose.
Yeah, where it's just kind of like, well, you can do this, or the purpose that it serves is like you are a part of a SEAL team entry team.
Yeah. It's either that or you're buying some, $20 Uncle Mike's holster just because you don't want to buy
The
something for
100
$60 that's
Yeah, the
Kydex or
$150
something. Yeah.
Safari
Yeah,
helmet.
exactly. You're like, good enough. It's like, I
Is
don't
it?
think it is.
I don't. When it comes to things like safety, which I think holsters are included, buy the
Oh,
best.
100%. Yeah.
Don't where you meet the road. Don't skimp out on that.
Yeah.
Get some nice shoes. Get a nice holster. Get a nice sling. Mags. Right now, we live in the golden age of rifle magazines.
There's a lot.
You can get quality mags out there for really, really cheap. PMags are fantastic, no matter really what you're running them for. So for some people where it's like, hey, I'm gonna go skimp out on mags and I'm gonna buy Pro Mags because they're $2 cheaper.
No.
Cool,
Dude, and even AC
practical
Unity.
functions.
AC Unity is a cheap mag, and they run like crazy.
They work. They're
awesome.
insane. Right now, as we
$12, right?
Yeah, as we record this, everybody says, "Are AC Unity mags any good?" Yeah, they're fucking good.
Awesome.
The 5.56 mags are on sale at Arms of America for $9.
Good God.
I don't know why you wouldn't run those.
And they work, dude. I've never had a problem. Never had a problem with AC Unity, and both hold open if you're down with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I can't count my rounds during a competition, so I don't mind a bolt hold open every now and then.
Are they the ones where they did the crazy like quad stack magazines for a little while?
If you go to what is it, RTG? I think it's RTG something, and RTG parts.
Yeah.
You go to RTG parts, and I believe if you go in there and just look up AC Unity, they made like some crazy mags. I think they had like don't quote me, I think they had a 60 or something, but I've never seen one in person. So I'm not.
Oh yeah, here it is, the quad stack one. The $40. Here, I can share my screen again.
They have them in stock?
Yeah, they say that they are in stock right now.
Let's check it out.
I mean, they are pretty interesting here.
Yep, there it is, dude.
So it's a quad stack up to a double feed.
I don't know if I would honestly trust that though.
No, there's no.
I like AC Unity regular magazines.
Yeah.
Once you get into gimmicky, dude, what is that thing, dude?
Holy shit, brother.
That is insane.
So I wonder if this is. It doesn't look like there's any rounds in it, and it's 12.6 ounces.
I thought it was 12 pounds loaded.
A steel AK mag is 12.2 ounces. So what they're saying is that unloaded, the 60 round mag is similar in weight to a 30 round steel mag.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
not
the
when it's loaded
that you think it is.
Yeah,
loaded. Loaded is 48.8 ounces.
Holy shit!
My God! Show me the
show
steel, which is 2 steel mags loaded.
So one steel mag is like 30 ounces loaded. How much was that one? With the
double? 48.8. So it's just slightly less than 2 loaded. We just got a recording error here.
You did?
Yeah, it says recording error on there.
Where?
At the bottom of my screen, it says, "Oh, I think it just finished uploading recordings. Stay in audio until it's there."
Mine says it's still rocking and rolling.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll have to check.
I must have just went out there, but I don't know. We're at an hour 20.
Yeah, maybe we'll step off just in case we're.
Yeah, leave the people wanting more.
Something up.
These 60 round quad stacks are insane, though, dude.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. I wonder if they come in 5.56, I might buy one.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
You gonna really get one?
If they come in 5.56, I might.
I want to see it at the next comp. I think. Oh, nobody's got enough money to load that up.
No. The only AC Unity mags that they have here are 30 round mags. The 7.62x39 one that is 60 rounds is on here for the quad stack. They also have another one from another manufacturer. So this is like a common thing from Schmeiser. I've seen the Schmeiser ones.
I don't want to get into the Schmeisers. I've never heard of anybody go, check out this mag. It's a Schmeiser. That means quality.
They have 5 40 rounds as a combo deal here. 5 40 rounders for $40.
5 40 rounders for $40.
Yeah, okay. No. I'm sending you this because
that can't be a good magazine.
They're the AC Unity mags.
There's no way you're giving them away.
With loader.
Shut up.
Dude, this could be the move. And they're in stock at RTG Parts.
Really?
Yeah. For 40 rounders. These are some big boys too.
40 rounders, huh?
Yeah.
Hold on, now I'm looking. Where the hell are they? I'm trying to find them.
This is kind of insane. 20 pack of 40 round AC Unity mags. So a 20 pack of these.
Okay.
$99.
That's what I'm gonna buy on Christmas and to be like, you get a mag.
You get a mag. I think that's so 20 of them for $100. Is that $5 a mag?
$6.97 or no 5? You said 40 rounders?
Yeah.
$5.97. Well, they're probably cheaper than that, but this is, yeah, you can get a 40 round AC Unity mag for $5. This is wild.
Okay, I think I have to buy this.
Okay, let me know how that goes for you.
I think I have to buy these, the 20 pack of 40 rounders. This is insane.
This is frivolous with my money.
This is how we're gonna end it here. You're gonna get one of these. Like, don't worry. These bags are $5.
You're gonna get one of these. Don't worry.
Dude, I drink more of this in an evening.
That's hilarious.
Just period. How much are they? It's like there's no way that this is real.
Apparently it is, because I'm looking at the same thing.
Oh my god. Okay. Yep, this is happening. We're just gonna end it here on this terrible bombshell.
40 round mags, AC Unities. Everybody look into it.
If you want an AC Unity 40 round mag and you can come and find me, I'm just gonna keep these in the in the duffel bag. And if you come and find me and you're just like, hey, fan of the pod, really appreciate what's going on here, you get a mag.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I'm 100% doing this. I'm putting in my billing information right now.
Awesome. Well, Paul, thank you very much for spending time with me tonight on this amazing podcast. Hopefully it all turns out well.
Anytime, anyplace.
All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to play this loud outro/intro video, and we're going to get the hell out of here.
Let's do it.
This has been the Shooter Are You Ready podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music. Like, share, comment, interact. Tell us what you think. I'm Midwest Savage. It's my buddy Macaroni and Cheese, and we're getting the hell out of here. So have a good one.
See ya.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Shooter ready? Shooter ready. Stand by.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
Shooter ready. Stand by.